Welcome to a lovely restorative class for you today. What you're going to need for this is your yoga mat, a chair or a wall to put your legs up for the last pose, whatever pillows you can gather, whatever blankets, get warm, get snuggly. While you gather that, please go and like this video and give the channel a subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Get that all together and then come back and we're going to have 35 minutes of gorgeous restorative yoga. So let's start by come to kneeling, bring your hands to your thighs and allow this turning down of the hands, the turning in of your eyes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in and a long breath out, and truly give yourself permission to be here. Often in these stiller practices, I've heard some people say it's, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. Well, this is not the yoga of doing nothing. This is the yoga of unraveling, unwinding, undoing and letting go. So valuable. So take a deep breath in. An extra long breath out and give yourself that mental permission to be here. Just a short while. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Full flowing breaths. In and out. And if you want to dim the lights in the room where you are or have eye pillows, just let everything soften, soften, soften. Take a couple of breaths more like this. And then keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart center and bow to yourself in this moment of self-honoring and say, thank you, me, for giving yourself the beauty of this time. Well done for doing it. Let's seal in with a very gentle Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. The yoga of self-love, of self-care. So very gently now, come to all fours. We're not going to be standing up at all during this class. We are just going to get a little bit of movement into the spine. So come on to all fours. Okay, lift your tail, sink your spine, and just cat-cow ever so gently to start with. If you are feeling achy, just notice the points where you ache. And then untuck your toes, walk your way back again and come to a seat. We're going to do gentle sun salutations, okay? So take a deep breath in, a long breath out, and feel yourself ground in this beginning position. As you inhale, come up on your knees and sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the earth. Inhale, look up for a cat. And exhale, push your bottom down. Child's pose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale again, come to all fours. And then walk your fingers back. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, take a seat again. Find yourself back at the beginning. Keeping moving. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to all fours. Inhale, look up, curve the spine. As you exhale, push your way back again to child's pose. Take another inhale and you can stay here or tuck your toes and come to a bent leg downward dog. So we're not going for anything crazy. Just a little lengthening to the spine. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. If you're in dog, bring your knees down. Child's pose, people come to all fours. And then as you exhale, bring your hands back. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, back to a seat. Well done. One more like that, okay? Inhale. exhale, inhale, and exhale, either to child's pose or to this bent leg downward dog, and whichever one you have chosen, be with it for 3 deep breaths. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Super. And then come down to your knees if you're in dog. Come up to them if you're in child's pose. Exhale, walk the hands back. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, back you come to a seat. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to take your cushion or whatever you've got, and we're going to be coming to pigeon hand pose and using this as a prop, okay? So come to all fours, come to pigeon with your right knee. So bring your right knee across the mat, okay? And then you can use this pillow to go slide underneath your bottom, that right cheek, and rest it on something. Okay, and then gently start to come down. I'm going to show you an alternative if this hurts your knees. So if you're okay here, start to soften in, drop your head, soften your jaw and soften in. If this gives you any knee pain at all, what you can do is bring your legs square. So see how I've got mine now 90 degrees. My back leg is 90 degrees, and then I can just lean in and lean on a pillow. So I take the pressure off that knee joint like this. Still get a little bit of work in the hip. I'm going to assume that most people are in pigeon though, with their hip propped out. And as you soften, you could stack your fists and let your forehead rest. Now, that point between your eyebrows is where both a lot of nerve endings meet and also a lot of nadis. This is why we kind of naturally reach here to give it a little rub if we're feeling tense. So see if you can really relax your eyes and your forehead around that point. Slacken your jaw a little. I will begin to talk less and less and less so that you can tune in more and more to just the wash and wane of your own breath. So we're going to be here for 10 full rounds of breath. Don't worry, I won't leave you, but I will let you rest in silence into the washing of your breath. And if your mind wanders, just keep coming back to the breath, and in your mind say, relax, relax, relax. And then in this pose, take 3 more deep breaths. See if you can really focus on the exhale. with each of those last breaths, can you let go a little bit more? Okay, and then take a deep breath in. And then ever so gently start to lift your head. Spin your hands down, place them on the mat again. Ease your way to all fours. Push the cushion out. And some of you might like to cat-cow. Some of you may feel a child's pose calling. And some of you might like just to take a moment in a bent leg down dog. You choose. Okay, and then we're going to come to the other side. So either you're going to take pigeon or you're going to take swastika. But the idea of this yoga is that you're propped up. There's zero effort, zero strain. And we unravel on the minutest, gentlest level. So don't make this the biggest pigeon you've ever done. Just see how I've angled mine off at 45 degrees. Be gentle, be kind, you deserve it. And then come down. You could use another pillow on your forehead here. Use your wrists and hands stacking. It's really important to try and relax around your face. And it really isn't that unusual if you find your mind wandering. But try to stop yourself from wandering down a storyline or a thought stream. And simply bring it back to what you're doing. Self-love. Compassion, kindness to you. Let's get stiller, stiller, stiller. And as we begin to approach the end of this pose, tune into the final few breaths, especially the exhale, and see if you can let go more and more and more.
And even as we transition between poses, can you move as if you're sleepwalking or in a trance, so that this still zone that you create, you don't disturb. Try and stay tranquil. Very gently start to lift your head. Ease onto your hands. Lovely. And then ease. You choose back to either all fours, a moment in child's pose, or a moment in bent leg downward dog. Feel your breath. Listen to your body and heart. And then ever so slowly come down to your knees. We're going to do a propped child's pose. So take your knees wide, big toes together, and you're going to take your bolster or your pillow, pop it down the back of your heels, and let your bum rest on that. And as you come down, again, you could use another pillow or your stacked hands. And come in. So let your bum rest on your heels. Soften. If it's comfy for you, you could let your forehead rest on the pillow or the mat and slide your hands back behind you. Only if that's comfy for you. Let your jaw slacken. Let your eyes soften. Be still. Be still. Be still. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Can you find more stillness? Move super slowly as you bring your hands back under your shoulders. Press up and take a seat on this cushion on your heels here behind you. Hands on your thighs. And just check in with how you feel. Know that this stillness is a place where your body can recover cells, replenish themselves, organs, the lymphatic system switches into refresh. You're doing so much by being so still. Take another breath.
And we're going to come onto our back now. And if you are going to be raising your feet for Shavasana, turn yourself so that your feet are towards your chair. We'll be using it in the next pose. And then take your pillow or your bolster, put it between your knees. We're going to come to a very gentle twist. So keep your feet on the floor. Bring your arms out to the side. This is so lovely. And then ever so gently, just tip your knees over to the right with that little prop between your legs. And then take as much as your upper body as you can to the left. And as you get more and more used to doing restorative yoga, you can hold these poses for up to 20 minutes. But when you're newer, 10 or 20 breaths might be as long as you can keep your mind still, so go with that. We're working on today. So let your hands gently curl in. Relax your feet and ankles. And once again, just travel back to your breath. Surrender to this little process. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Can you let go a little bit more with the last 3 breaths? And then ever so gently, slowly, you're just going to transition to the other side. So bring your knees up, come to the center and pause in the middle just for a little bit. And then take the knees so the feet are still on the floor to the left. From your tummy button up, see if you can twist more of you to the right. We've been still a while now, so if you feel like you need to pull on another blanket or something, please do. Once again, check that your fingers are relaxed, your feet and toes can let go. Let go, let go, let go. Enjoy a final couple of breaths here. And again, easily, very gently, bring your knees back up. Pause in the middle. Surrender your whole back body to the mat, especially the weight of your head. Isn't that delicious? So good for you. And then before we come to Shavasana, we're going to try and elevate our feet. Okay, so you can take the pillow from out between your knees and then either, option one, shimmy to your chair. You could even put your legs up a wall and see if you can elevate your feet up and lie back down. Now, if you don't have access to a chair or a wall, simply take your pillow and put it under the back of your knees. So you get some kind of feet above your heart. This is classified as an inversion. We spend so much time on our feet. You may even be able to feel the energy, feel the blood flow, the pranic flow away from your feet. With your hands, you can either let them gently rest beside you, again, fingers curling in. Or if it feels okay for you, you can reach your arms overhead. I quite like that option. Wherever you are, soften the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands and the skin at the back of your neck. You may even start to hear your tummy rumbling and making noises. You're giving your body a chance to digest. To rest. To heal. Replenish. So keep going. Imagine you are melting, melting, melting. Take 3 more liquid breaths. Like each breath was a hug around your heart, an embrace to your soul. And then for our final Shavasana, if you're happy here, you're very welcome to stay with your legs up. Or now, bring your feet down again, moving mindfully, incredibly slowly. You can inchworm your way up the mat, or even just slide your legs underneath your chair there so you don't have to move too much. Pop on an eye pillow if you wish. Expand your legs, let the toes again soften like you could breathe through the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers. Our final Shavasana. Now, as you begin to breathe a little deeper, before you go back to your day, I want you to just notice how you're feeling right now in your body. Scan your body. How does it all feel? Scan your emotional field. How are you feeling now? You don't necessarily have to put words to it. Just feel it and sense it. And that more spiritual place, how does that land with you now? And this feeling is never not present. In Sanskrit, that is nishprapanchaya. It's never not here. It just gets hidden away, layered underway under the layers of life. So breathe it to you here. Know that it never leaves you. You just have to keep visiting it after a yoga class or some meditation or some pranayama to stay in touch with it. Do your best to keep it with you now. Even as you begin to move bodily, move your fingers and your toes. Gently bend your knees. And ease your way onto a side, the most convenient side for you. Pause. And again, press into the mat or the floor. Coming up to any seat which is comfy. You can even prop it out if you want to. Take your shoulders back. Nishprapanchaya. So although this is never not present, it would be kind of unrealistic to expect yourself to feel like this all the time. Life will come at you. But remember, it's here. You can take a couple of deep breaths if life pulls you off course. And keep visiting here. And the more and more you come here, it's like a well-worn path, the easier it is to track our way back to stillness and calm and peace at your heart. Very gently bring your hands to your heart center. Once again, bow your head to your heart and your hands and say thank you to yourself, because you will step back into your day calmer, more peaceful, more productive, and a nicer person to be around. Take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste, yogis.